this. It's our own private terrace. Like, come through. Definitely lit. Look at that. In the heart of everything. Look how gorgeous. Wow. It's literally like a balcony. A private balcony. It's just beautiful. We're in New York! So, what's up, you guys? I feel like I haven't really checked in with you guys. I'm currently staying at the Broadway Plaza Hotel, and it has the most fabulous view of the Empire State Building. It is a Empire State King Suite Terrace, if you guys want the same exact room. But look at the Empire State Building. Concrete jungle, what dreams are made of. Hi, this is Future Tati talking, and if you want to see the rest of this New York vlog, make sure you stay tuned for the next episode. That is going to be where we have an amazing excursion in New York, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys about that. But in the meantime, I'm really finna break down the nitty gritty of staying at the Broadway Plaza Hotel. When we first were looking for hotels to stay at, we were having a very hard time because the hotels in New York, the rooms are very small, but they're costly. So it almost feels like you're getting ripped off because you're paying all of this money and your room that you live in is bigger than this room. I have a firm rule, okay? Anywhere that I stay needs to be on the same level of my living at home or better. And in New York, it was very hard to find that, baby. You would get 4 walls for a couple nights, couple thousand. And it's like, what am I paying for? Like, what am I really paying for? So that was kind of annoying. So then I found the Broadway Plaza Hotel, and it had the views, because I'm a views girl. I live for a view. I love a view. I have a view in the place that I live at now. So whenever I go to a hotel, I need to have a view. That's a very hard, solid, non-negotiable for me. I have never been the girl to just stay in a regular suite. Normally, regular room. Normally, when we go on hotels, like when we go on trips, you usually stay in like suites or like the bigger size rooms. New York is not that. Like, even the suites I felt like were still small. So we just decided to stay at the Broadway Plaza Hotel and get the room that had a view and a terrace of the Empire State Building. So I'm like, girl, this is perfect. You know what I mean? The price was cute. It wasn't too bad for a couple nights, like how we wanted. It was perfect. So we get there, whatever, everything is cool. First things first, parking. Baby, the parking was enough to piss me off. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the parking was this close to ruining our experience. No bull, no cap, no funny. You know, I always keep it real with y'all. The parking was this close to ruining our trip. First and foremost, shout out to Spot Hero. Love Spot Hero. Whenever we go on vacation, we always use Spot Hero. And this particular time, book Spot Hero, get there. With Spot Hero, you literally park yourself and then you can come back and leave as you please. Like, it allows you to have your car while you are there. Spot Hero is great if you're doing like road trips or if you're like renting a vehicle and you need somewhere to put it. Like, Spot Hero is absolutely excellent. I definitely prefer to stay at hotels that have parking, but Broadway Plaza did not have parking directly with the hotel. They did have a partnership with Metropolis, which was in the same lot that we used for Spot Hero. However, in order for you to get the discount rate for booking at the Broadway Plaza Hotel, you have to do the daily rate. I booked ahead of time. My parking for Friday, Saturday, Sunday was $129 on Spot Hero. The parking lot, I think, is 7th, 28th Street or something like that. It's a combination of those two streets. That's where it was at. And it was like a parking lot that had like parking spots where you can go in and pull in your car, whatever. We got there, baby. I'm thinking it's going to be real cute, real cool. My man can come and park his car because I'm a passenger princess. My man can come park the car. We can go do what we do because it's literally down the street from the hotel, which was so amazing, but so annoying for the fact that like the convenience of the parking lot was insane, but the customer service baby, it's enough to make you not even care about the convenience, because it was so cool. We literally had to walk a couple, like one street, and boom, we was at the hotel. So the parking was extremely close to the hotel, but the customer service trash. We pulled up, we literally pull up, and the guy's like, get out your car, get out your car, get out your car. First of all, like, it was no customer service, no nothing. They just demanded us to get out our car. My man was like, I'd rather park my own car. Like, I don't know y'all. I don't trust y'all. We thought the valet was optional, and it clearly wasn't. Like, they were very abrasive, very aggressive. And they had said to us, if you don't park, if you don't let us park, you can't park here. Like, very aggressive. And I'm just like, dude, what's your problem? Like, that was a bad experience coming in. It was setting negative vibes off for the trip. Then we find out that we can't leave whenever we want to. So once we allow them to park our car, the car has to stay sat till Sunday. So if we came in on Friday, we cannot move that car until we leave. Otherwise, we're going to have to book another reservation again to come back. When I heard that, I heard wasting money, because I paid $129 in advance for Spot Hero, thinking that I could come and leave and go as I please. Wrong. Then on top of that, if I try to leave, not only am I not getting my $129 back, you're booking a whole new reservation. So it sounded like a big old scam, but by the time I realized it was a scam, it was far too late, and I did not want to lose money, so I just went ahead with it. So we let the guys park our car, whatever. Come time to leave, we come back, baby. They're acting like they don't know where our car is at, giving me a hard time, telling me, oh, you already paid ahead of time, so I couldn't even apply my discount from the hotel because I had already prepaid. So that was annoying me. So it was just like inconvenience on top of inconvenience. And then on top of that, they lost our car. They couldn't find our car. The one guy that was supposed to be going to get our car got in his car and left. Then the guy that parked our car when we first got there is standing right there, and now he's acting like he has amnesia and doesn't know where our car is, where he parked the car. So I'm irate, I'm irritated. We about to fuss him out, because it's like, you literally sat here and did nothing, and we're trying to go home, and you know where you parked our car. So we almost got into a situation with him. Thank the Lord, found our car, and we got out immediately before we ended up in jail. Because I'm the type of person, if you give me bad customer service and you getting smart, like, it's very hard for me not to stand up for myself. But I'm aware that we are in another state. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get caught up in no drama, no crime, no nothing. So we just got our stuff and we left. But the customer service there, super duper trash. Like, I would give it a 0 out of 10 for convenience. Like, New York is a walking city anyway, so I feel like they don't care too much about cars. Like, they don't care too much about giving good customer service to people who have cars, because most of their people and their population in the city are walkers. So you can just tell, like, it's not much care for cars. Like, even when you're driving, pedestrians have the right of way, not the car. So, like, I'm not surprised that the garage did not have, like, or the parking lot did not have any type of, like, customer service. But it's like, at the same time, when you're spending your money, you expect a certain type of, you know, convenience, accessibility to your own vehicle. It felt like when we parked, our car is locked up here. We can't leave with the car. We can't do anything with the car. The car just got us here and we can't even use it. Like, it was a lot of stuff that we wanted to do, but ended up not even doing because we didn't want to walk everywhere. And like with New York, like, granted, Broadway is in a very convenient location and you literally can walk wherever you want to walk. And that's another thing that I loved about Broadway, was the location. It is in the middle, in the heart of everything. It is 23 minutes away from Times Square. Like, it took us 23 minutes to walk to Times Square, and it took us 30 minutes to walk to our excursion. Restaurants are all up and down. It reminded me of like a big, like, beach strip, but it's city. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you guys ever been to like Ocean City, like Florida, anywhere where it's like a beach resort, you know, like a beach strip, you know, the streets are in numerical order and you can walk according to what street you need to be on. So if you're currently on 28th Street and you need to get to 35th Street, you walk that way. If you need to get to 1st Street, you walk that way. So it's very good in terms of you can get everywhere you need to go without necessarily taking a cab or subway, train, or any type of public transportation. You can walk everywhere. Broadway Plaza Hotel is in a very central location, which is what I loved about the hotel. Like, you literally get to experience everything that you want to experience because you're in that middle spot. So that part I absolutely loved about hotel. I can't even talk. I'm so excited. That's the part I absolutely loved about the hotel. In terms of the parking though, that was a nightmare. So do that at your own discretion. Like I said, it was the closest parking lot to us, so it was convenient for that, but the customer service was trash. Good luck trying other valet locations because I feel like all of them are the same. Like, we tried to look at other parking services to see if there was one where we could pull in and leave whenever we want. Because when we went to Philly, this is why I love Philly. They had the same setup, but it was no valet. So I can park my own car. Like, you know what I mean? And I could come and go as I please, which was literally phenomenal. Like, I loved that about being in Philly. And Philly has some really good food too. I wish I was vlogging back then. I would have loved to show you guys my Philly trip. Philly has the best food. It's such an underrated city. They have the best cheesesteaks. Philly is just amazing. So if I go back, I definitely will be taking you guys along with me because I feel like when you're trying to do these like travel stuff, you want other people who have experienced what you've experienced so that they can help you get insight on what to do and what not to do. And when I first looked at Broadway Plaza, it was just nothing. So that's why your girl is here. Now, another thing that I necessarily did not love about staying at the Broadway Plaza Hotel is, yes, you have this beautiful terrace with this beautiful view of the Empire State Building. But baby, there are cameras out there. There are literally cameras out there. And that was irritating because I didn't sign up to be on a reality TV show. I didn't give you my consent to film me. So that part was very off-putting to me. Very, very off-putting. I did not like the fact that I was being filmed without my consent. Like, I don't recall seeing anything on the website about that. Maybe I missed it, but I just didn't like the fact that we were being recorded while we were outside. So if you're thinking about doing anything crazy on that terrace, don't, because you're being recorded. Like, I did not like that part. Like, they should have gave like a consent form or something like that. Like, that part was crazy. When you do check in, they do put a $200 deposit fee onto your card, so make sure you are prepared for that. I always travel with credit cards so that whenever these fees pop up, I don't have to deduct that from the money that I plan on spending while I was there. So I'll always bring like an emergency credit card if fees come up and you're not necessarily prepared or don't want to pay for them out of pocket. Because when I travel and it's like, I don't want to spend unnecessary money that is just gonna be taken back off if I am going on vacation. And that's how deposits work. They literally just put a $200 transaction hold on your card to make sure that if you damage anything, it's covered and that they don't necessarily have to pay for it, like they're covering their own butts. That's literally what that is. So always bring like an emergency credit card if you necessarily don't want to put that $200 hold on your personal card, because that's going to hold you from whatever else you wanted to do while you were there. When you are at the hotel, there are also two different elevators. If you stay in the Empire State like we did, the Empire State Terrace room like how we did, you'll have an elevator that'll go from floors 1 through 7 on your right hand side, and then you'll have another elevator that accesses all floors on the left hand side. The elevators were definitely creepy. Not gonna lie, no tea, no shade. The elevators were definitely creepy, but they did not get stuck while we were there, which is what I was grateful for. I also saw that people were saying like, oh, like when you're in New York, you hear everything that's going on outside. When we were there, baby, when you go on the terrace, you can hear like what's going on in the city, which I love. I love a little nice background noise. Like, I am such a noise person. I love rain. I love the sound of rain. I love the sound of fans. So being on a terrace, that was actually peaceful. But when you got into your room, I did not hear nothing that was going on outside. Like, I really didn't. Now, in the hallway, you will hear people passing in the hallway, but people aren't in the hallway for that long, so it wasn't that much of an annoyance for me. They did what they needed to do, got on about their business, and went on about their way. I did remember that, like, when people are taking a shower, you sometimes can hear it if you're in the bathroom, but once again, that happens in a regular house or an apartment or whatever, so that was no big deal for me. But that aside, oh, another thing. I did not like the fact that in the room there were only one seat. So whenever we were inside the room, we had nowhere to sit, because I'm the type of girl that does not sit on the bed in her outside clothes. I'm a firm believer that when you are on your bed, you wear clothes that are fresh out the washer. Like this I have on is fresh out the washer. It's not been outside. I don't sleep on the bed with outside clothes, even when I'm on vacation. So the fact that it only had one chair was kind of annoying. Like, the room itself was very small. It was nothing to sneeze at. The bathroom was pretty, but like literally my bathroom at home is bigger than that bathroom, basically. And it's just, you turn around and baby, that's the bathroom. So bathroom was very small. I am definitely used to prettier and bigger bathrooms. But like I said, the print and stuff in there is cute. Very nice, especially if you're doing what we did, where you just need a little quick getaway, a little quick boom. But the main part about that room that was the selling point for us was the Empire State Building. And like I said, the fact that we were being recorded put a damper on us, because it's like, how you gonna record us? You lured us in with this terrace, this beautiful terrace of the Empire State, and whole time you recording us. Like, I get it, it's private property, but like a nice little like, hey boo, you might be recorded when you come out. What if I would have went out there naked? My tatas would have been on the camera, because you know, you're up in the air. People can't really see you unless they like looking directly at your window. So it's like, I just did not like the fact that like we were being watched and we weren't notified. That was definitely irritating for me. Another damper was the fact that like, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a damper, but what we experienced was a damper. There is a restaurant right next door. They sell tacos and stuff. I believe it's a Mexican spot. They sell like tacos and things like that. And then right across the street is Miss Smith's. Now, if you want to listen to me and what I think, baby, you should try Miss Smith's, because the experience that we had at the Mexican spot, trash. And something told us the first time we went in there that we should not come back in here, but we did not listen to our intuition. We not only try to go to the spot once, we try to go to the spot twice. Yes, twice. The first time, baby, it's 2-3 o'clock. We went out to, what was that? Grand Central Station? That'll be in another vlog. But we went and we had got like food or whatever, but it was like light little stuff that we were tasting, sharing. So neither one of us was like fully full. So we said, you know what? It's the middle of the day. Like, let's go get some drinks. Let's go get some tacos. Very cute, because I heard New York got the tacos. And the tacos is good in New York. So I'm like, okay, boo, let's go to get some tacos. We go in there, we sit down. They talking about, I look at the menu, brunch, 2-3 o'clock brunch. And mind you, I have never experienced brunch from a Mexican food spot. No tea, no shade. I've never seen brunch sold. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've had breakfast, you feel me, the chorizos with the beans. I've had that, and the platanos, and I've had that. But baby, this menu was not giving at all. So I'm like, I just want a little tacos. Like, is the tacos on here at least? Because, baby, they had brunch, but no brunch items. I ain't had no pancakes. They ain't have no tres leches pancakes, no tres leches French toast. That would have hit. That would have made sense. That would have been on brand. The most breakfasty brunch thing they had was steak and eggs. But mind you, in the taco section, the only meats I could get was mushrooms, shrimp, and pork. And chicken. Where's the beef? 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 I was so shook. Like, I said, yeah, babe, let's go. Let's go. We're not even hungry no more. We don't even need a little snack, because this menu is not given and the prices was not low. Like, when I tell you, prices were overpriced. Mind you, we just came from like some other places. Their prices was like pricing too, but the food was so quality, so tea. It was worth the price. It was literally worth the price, and you'll see what I'm talking about in not this vlog coming up, but the next vlog. The next vlog that's coming up is my favorite excursion in the world that I've ever did. I got out of my comfort zone and I did something new. So you'll see the places that we tried in the next vlog, if you get what I mean. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed, like, thumb this up, hit the notification bell because you don't want to miss it. But back to the spot. So we was like, no, let's go. Let's leave. So we go back to the hotel, chill on the terrace until our excursion later on in the evening. Leave the excursion. We saying the same thing. Like, I want some tacos. I want some tacos and some margaritas because I'm a margarita girly. One thing about me, I don't drink much. But if I do drink, it's going to be margaritas and wine. That's the only drinks I really cut up with. I love a good margarita and I love a good glass of wine. So we're like, let's try this again. It's like 12 a.m. at this point. We not ready to go back into the room. Like, we want to see what they got. Girl. We go up in there and they seat us or whatever. We seated immediately. Yo, it literally took a minute for us to get the waiter. A minute. We were sitting there, no water, we were sitting there for a minute. He finally comes. We looking at the prices and it's like, you're telling me for 4 tacos, you want me to pay $24? The prices was not pricing, bro. It just wasn't. It wasn't pricing. So we got 4 tacos and some fries because we thinking, you know what? Maybe the food's so good. That's why the prices is high. We were just kind of over it. We didn't want to order no drinks. We didn't want to order nothing. We just wanted to get in and get out because we felt like they was playing with us because we've been sitting here for how long and the service is just not there. He comes back. We placed the order for the tacos and the fries. He comes back. Matter of fact, no, he don't never come back. We placed the order for the tacos and the fries. This man disappears. We never see him again. We literally never see him again. Like, I'm trying to think, did he bring us our food? It might have been I think somebody else brought us our food. We never saw the guy again. Got the food nasty. Literally nasty. Like, my man couldn't even finish it. And one thing about me, I'm gonna finish my food because I feel like I don't want to waste it. But my man couldn't finish his food. It was so nasty to him. And like the tortilla was dry, it was corn, and like, you feel me, like some corn tortillas be good, but this one was nasty. And I'm more of a flour girl anyway, and that was another thing. I don't even see an option for flour tortillas. So the food itself was just nasty, very mid, would not go back. So we left feeling very irritated, like very irritated. It ended up having to get another girl to come over there and to ring us out so that we could leave because the guy that was helping us went ghost. He literally went ghost. So that was like mad irritating. So I'm like, I'm never going back. Like, we should have went to Mrs. Smith because this was so disappointing. So if you are at the hotel, I would not recommend the Mexican spot next door. I don't know what the name was. It started with the M, but it's like, I don't even care to know the name because the food was so trash. The customer service was so trash. Everything was so trash. The water was nasty. Like, you needed to put lemon in. And that's another thing. The water in New York is not the best. So I would recommend you bring your own water or get water from like a shopping center or whatever, because the tap in New York is nasty. It's just what it is. But that aside, we did manage to enjoy our trip despite the parking fiasco, despite the nasty food at the restaurant and the bad customer service. We made a way. We made a way. Now, you take everything I told you and you book at your own discretion because, like I said, the view of the terrace was fabulous. It just had a camera that I thought was very, like, invasive. Like, I know it's your property, but dang, like, you don't gotta watch me like I'm a criminal. But another thing, when you come in, like, I'm used to hotels where when you have your key, it unlocks the elevator. No, you show your key to the person at the door. There's always going to be somebody at the door watching, I guess, to make sure that like nobody that's not supposed to be there is coming in. But you show them your key. They didn't always ask for it. So it depends on when you go. But like, I'm definitely used to hotels where when you go to the elevator, you stick the elevator and you go to the floor. This one, the security is man-made. Like, the security is the person, not your key. So keep that in mind if that matters to you. I'm trying to think, is there anything else you guys should know about this place? Housekeeping. We did not have housekeeping come during our stay because we were only staying for a weekend. However, if you do want housekeeping, you can request it, you know, but we didn't want housekeeping. We left our do not disturb sign up because we were like, what do we need? We're just going to be here for a few nights, so it's no need. But all in all, I think that takes the cake with everything that we've experienced and everything I think that you should know. Oh, I did not see breakfast. I feel like they probably had breakfast, but you might have had to pay for it. But I didn't see no breakfast. We didn't do no room service. We just were out buying our food ourselves for the most part because, I don't know, hotel breakfast sometimes can be hit and miss, and you do all of that and they charge you extra when you could have just went out and just got your own breakfast. So if you're into breakfast, might want to research that part a little bit because that's something we did not care to explore. But like I said, everything is at your own discretion. I hope this video was very informative to you and will help you figure out, you know, if you want to stay here, if you don't want to stay. Because like I said, when we were looking, I did not see any new hotel reviews on this hotel. So I was like, yo, I gotta document this for y'all, because who else is gonna do it if not me? If not me, then who? So I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next episodes, because baby, they gonna be epic and you're not gonna want to miss a thing. So don't forget to like this video, comment, would you ever stay at the Broadway Plaza Hotel? What hotels do you stay at when you're in New York? Is views important to you? Is parking important to you? Girl, are you a walker? Do you like to walk? What I want to hear from you. I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear your experience. I want to hear it all. So don't forget to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Hello? I love you guys. Bye.